So I even told him, said, you know what? I'd take a nap with her. All right, just a quick walk around for the school, checking our departure angles. They do have one small little issue right there.
Morning was good.
Approach departure angles, they got those big bump stops, you could say, back there. So this is their brand new Fleetwood Fortis. They've had for a couple of months, but really haven't used it much. So we got our class scheduled now, and we're gonna get at it. Good morning, everybody. Shane with On the Road, Damascus Road. Today's RV adventure is, again, RV driving school, and we got Jeff, Margaret, and their brand new Fleetwood Fortis. So we are doing the couples class, which is 2 6-hour days, and we're also adding in the Know Your RV class, which is a starting block of 3 hours. If we need more, we can add more. So we're just going to merge all that stuff together. So we're going to spend at least 15 hours together over the next 2 days. So out of all that time with me, what are y'all looking forward to getting out of the class? I try to tailor the classes to each client. You got it here, so that's a plus. There's a lot of my clients that the first time they sit behind the wheel or crank it is with me, so we have to start out differently, but at least you can drive forward.
Sure. Yeah, well, for us, we've had a Class B, which was a 25-foot, right, on a Sprinter.
Okay.
So this is by far the largest. This is our first Class A, 35-foot. So I think for me, it's really learning the tips and tricks of how to handle it, how to turn, how to back up, also how to really, since it's gas, how to use it going up hills, steep hills,
Okay.
things like that.
Okay. And we touched a little bit on the differences of gas and diesels. Everything has pros and cons. Big con for diesel is it does cost more money to purchase, to maintain, yada, yada, yada. The biggest pro from what I see is your towing capacity. It's typically a lot more than it is in a gasser. And we've already discussed just out and about getting to know each other a little bit, just the different options you can do. Like if you get in the big steep hills, disconnect your toad and have the missus or however your driving patterns are, have somebody else drive it till you get to the mountains. But pros and cons to everything. You just got to figure out what's going to work the best for you. So what are you looking forward to?
The main thing is I just want to be a safe driver.
Okay.
I want to be safe.
Cool. That'll work. We will get you there, but even after spending 2 days with me, you're not going to be experts, but I'm going to give you a lot of tools to put in your toolbox. And just like any tool, if you don't use it, it's going to get rusty. So you got to keep practicing. Even if you don't take a trip for 3 or 4 months, it's not a bad idea to come get in your coach, go right around, find you a big parking lot, do some driving and practicing. It's good for you, and it's also good for your coach because you really don't want these things just to sit for months and months on end. So with that, we're going to get with it. And y'all know what to do. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little notification so you get our new videos. I don't know what just happened. Are we recording? I can't tell.
Looks like it.
Yeah, we're counting, so we must be recording. All right. Lunchtime. So we're at what, like almost 5 hours into our day.
Yep.
So what do we think so far?
Fantastic. Very,
Good.
very good.
Okay.
Very informative.
Yeah.
We've kind of meshed the two classes together, and her lunch is ready. We're gonna have a working lunch, just kind of going over some different RV operation stuff and tips and tricks and whatnot. So we'll get done today, do an end of the day recap, and then tomorrow we'll be at it again. Biggest thing so far today that you've learned?
The reverse serpentine.
Tell them.
The reverse serpentine.
Is it hard as you thought it was going to be?
No, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, pretty easy. So don't let things scare you. Get out, practice, and learn. Lunch. Be blessed. All right, so here we are on a 90-degree right-hand turn. Got our mock campsite over here. He's bringing around that first cone as a pivot point. As he's backing her up, he's moving and staying in her mirror, watching his footing. Okay, he stopped her. She can pull up a little bit. So this is our imaginary wall of other campers, or the ditch, whatever you want to call it. They're communicating, good hand signals, and stopping her. Now, sometimes we get in a spot where it just doesn't seem like it's gonna work out. All right, you know what I usually do then? I'll take a lap around the campground. All right, 90-degree back in, take 2. Sometimes you just gotta reset to get not only your coach in the right place, but your mind in the right space in order to do this. He's walking, they're communicating, she's watching him. She's good on her front corner, because even backing up, you still got your pivot point, your tail swing, and your opposite corner. All these things you always have to consider. Big arm movements. So one arm going is keep the wheel like it is, but keep going backwards. So he's stopping her, so let's see what's going on. So they may do something never done before, is get where they want to be on the first back end. So we're parallel with our orange cones. The blue cone on the left represents their stopping spot, where they want that rear tire to be. We put them the right distance from the back of the campsite and the right distance from their utilities, which is the blue cone on the right. And she is going to be the first one to ever do this in one go. That's awesome. You're there one time. That is amazing. Great job, spotter. All right, so we've been on the road for a little while. We went highway, we went backcountry roads, and now we're about to the Fort Yargo campgrounds. And she has done an amazing job. So I even told him, I said, you know what? I'd take a nap with her. Really doing a great job. She really paid attention during class, understanding, looking in the mirrors to stay in your lane, checking the white line, the yellow line, and riding those at the appropriate times, staying away from the largest evil. So always making that choice of the lesser between your two weevils. So it's actually October 30th. Let's try to say that right. October 30th. So the leaves are starting to change. There's a couple of trees that are really pretty. But this is, like I told them, we're only like 2 miles away from downtown Winder. Not that Winder's a big metropolis, but you got everything, Walmart, Target, Publix, all this stuff. So,
My turn next?
correct. Campground number 2. And here we are. So here we are at Yargo, getting some real world experience in, and they're doing great. Site number 30. They got out, they did their goal, they checked their power of water, they looked for obstacles, and now they're backing in.
Straighten up.
So now he's telling her to straighten up. Now going left because she got around that next pivot point. And now all she has to do is keep backing up and get to where she wants to be to maximize her camping space. They did a great job. All right, so they tagged out, and now Jeff's driving. Here, the 6x6s aren't level with the ground, they actually stick up. So he's got to migrate around those to make sure he doesn't hit them. Every time you turn, whether it's forwards or backwards, pivot point, opposite corner, tail swing. Yes, now. Okay, so he's got his pivot point. See his tail swing? He's gonna miss it, but he still has to remember his opposite corner. Okay. He's fine over there. Okay. And she's stopping him. Okay. So now, so what do you think he needs to do?
Come back like a couple more feet and then he needs to go forward.
I would just go ahead and from here, forward, hard right. Okay. Okay. That was good. Okay, so we had a little conversation. We checked out the opposite corner, and now she's going to bring him back to the left some more. Okay, step to the left just a little bit. Okay. Remember, let her set your pace. Okay, they're good on both sides. Just got a slight angle, which is going to keep him migrate to the left where they want to be.
And a little right, yeah?
Yep, she's going to get him parallel and back him on in. Always watching where you step. I just tripped a little bit. Take him hard right. Take him hard right. Now swing that front end over. All right, there it is. Great job, y'all. Great job again. Good team skills. All right. End of day 2 wrap up.
Yeah.
So 15 hours over the past 2 days spent together. We've talked about a lot of stuff. We've covered a lot of material. What's your takeaways? What'd you learn? Was it worth the money? Am I a jerk?
You know, just overall, give us some good stuff.
Yeah, so I highly recommend the class. Shane's great, very patient, explains everything very much in layman's terms so anybody can understand it. I'm not very mechanical, and he went around the whole RV and explained everything to me where I could understand it. So that was fantastic, and just the hands-on driving experience and so forth was very, very good. I really highly recommend it.
So you drove from, was it Tallahassee?
Yeah.
They bought it in Tallahassee and drove it to Atlanta.
Right.
Okay. So he has some experience behind the wheel driving it.
Yeah.
But going through with me in the parking lot on the road, still worth your time and money.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, all the things to look for, how to handle turns, how to set your mirrors properly, how to back into spots and so forth. All of it was fantastic. Very good.
I got to say, sorry, some of my former clients, but these two, I mean, they really knocked it out of the park. Both of them behind the wheel, both of them with their hand signals. You know, it's nowhere near experts yet, but they understand the fundamentals on both aspects of it. And what I told them beginning of day one is, I'm going to give you the tools, I'm going to give you knowledge to continue on practicing and educating yourselves the proper way to reduce that risk of having something happen. You know, so keep practicing, keep supporting each other, learning and growing. They communicate well with their hand signals. You know, they really understand the principles, and they're just going to get better and better from here. And they both did amazing today. So,
and maybe we'll start communicating in our marriage with hand signals. That seemed to work better.
gotta be careful with some of those hand signals, though. So,
Now, if you guys can't tell, we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun over the last couple of days. Which is good. You make it a lot of fun.
Good. Because I try to add some humor, real life stories, and different things to
dad jokes.
dad jokes. You can find a few more on some other videos. So I think my favorite one, he told me one. What was the one he told me?
Yeah. People from Saudi Arabia don't like the Flintstones, but people from Abu Dhabi do.
I like that one. So I think my favorite one that I shared with them is, you know, how do you unlock the door to the Millennium Falcon? You use a Whoop key. So anyway, you know, hey, they also got that Sasquatch beef jerky stuff. They came out with a new one. It's Star Wars Wookiee jerky. I looked up the reviews and everything. Everybody says it's just a little chewy. Anyway, other than my bad dad jokes, which I do have competition. So, what you got to say?
Now Jeff said it all.
Jeff said it all. Okay. I truly did great. And what is one comment you made after she backed in to the 90-degree sight down there? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. We talked about so much. Refresh my memory.
So he goes, you know what? I think you're going to be the backer inner, and I'm going to be the ground guide spotter. So
Absolutely.
They've agreed that in their setup and communication that she does better behind the wheel and he does better on the ground.
Yeah. I think
So, yeah, whatever combination works the best for you and your camping partners. All right? So, you know what to do, right?
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, share, leave us comments. Be blessed. Have some great RV adventures.